Hey guys, and welcome back to a bit of an update on RTK 11, Remiss Three Kingdoms. This is just gonna be a very short video. This is just gonna show off the amount of officers I actually have created at the moment. I have gone through currently everyone that has submitted, and I've gone through Shadow's old video and recruitment video and picked up the officers there, because I know some of those people have stated that they want to bring their characters into this one as well. I will admit, so let's go to edit officers. I will admit I have taken some liberties with some characters, and I have buffed them a tiny bit. I do not know most of the skills or any of the characteristics that some, for a majority of them had, because the quote unquote outline for each character has kind of been lost. It was on Shadow's Discord, and that was erased when the series discontinued. So yeah, unfortunately I could not be exactly perfect with each character, but I did kind of buff them a little bit to where, at least for a few of them, I buffed and kind of enhanced the ones that did not specifically give me their characters. So characters that were given to me through either DMs or in the YouTube comments, I did not change them at all, or very little I did. Either from their portraits to their some aspects of their character, but not so much their stats, skills, or APT, for that being said. But yeah, I'm just gonna hover over them so you can see their portrait, and we're just gonna do a quick just slideshow of it all. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited for a good majority of this. I'm seriously like really glad I was able to get quite a few people to, submit new characters or resubmit theirs, and allowed for a bit of a clear sighting of like rejuvenation of the characters that they have had in the past. I have put in quite a few original officers myself that are just completely original. I've given them like unique names or unique stories sometimes. But yeah, I more or less have kept everybody the same, except for maybe a few stats differences, and then some skills that I don't know what they had before. I just gave them a random one that kind of maybe fits with their stats and character. But yeah, I am actually pretty happy with like the diversity of the roster that I have going on right here. I have a lot of warriors, I have a good amount of politicians, I have a mixture of everything else. And yeah. All in all, I am pretty excited to see what happens in this campaign and what we get to do. And I will show off a little bit of the map in this video as well, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, and like kind of a visualization of where some characters might be. Some people have requested to be in my service. Well, I don't know exactly some of their characters, and it is a little bit harder to know who is who, to be real. So I am... Oops. Sorry about that. So I am on the fence that I'm going to be a little bit more random, but there's going to be a few officers I will have in my base pretty much at the start. Just lore based for my character, the character I'm going to be using. But yeah, as you can see, there's quite a bit of diversity. I made sure that characters aren't lagging behind, so to speak, in terms of stats, aperture, all that stuff. So yes, I did take some liberties with a good number of these characters, but I did not make them overpowered. They are not using all the total skill points, or attribute points I should say. So I did a fairly good job at making sure everybody is kind of, unique in their own way. Not all characters are the same. They could be very similar in terms of stats wise and skills wise, but nothing too insane. And I think we have a pretty good diverse roster. so to speak. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we are right now. I might add more before starting the campaign. Who knows? I do have a friend or two who might be, you know, wanting to make a character or two, which we'll see by coming in tomorrow. I hope to start this tomorrow and get that recorded and edited down for you guys. But as for the campaign, we're doing the Rival Warlords campaign, which is going to be June of 194. The top leaders of this campaign is going to be Li Jie, Lu Bu, Cao Cao, and Sun Ce. I believe Liu Bei, Yuan Shao, Ma Tang, and a couple others are pretty much going to be also part of these forces. Yeah, we got King Wan Ye. Yeah, Yuan Shao, Li Jie, Ma Tang, Liu Jing, which he's always been a rival of mine for some reason in some of these campaigns. Liu Biao, who's also been a rival of mine. Zhang Jian. There's Sun Ce. And then Liu Yang. Yuan Shu, who's also been a rival of mine. Kong Rong. Gong Sun Du. Gong Sun Zan. Like, there is a good chunk of this map here that is kind of diversified, and there's quite a few forces to worry about. I was debating on being in the middle, and I think I'm gonna stick with the middle. If I'm in the south or anywhere in the southern area of where I'm gonna start, I really haven't fully decided. But if I start in the south, it would honestly make the game kind of boring, because I am kind of landlocked and sea locked a lot, and it's just gonna make kind of a boring start. So I think it's a very tough choice. Do I want to start in the middle? But that seems a little too good. Like, I'm still debating on any of the positions I'm going to start in, but I want to start in a decent city, so I'm not completely screwed, but I'm also not going to be very well off. Chai Sang is a decent one, but that is also a very tough location to start in, especially when I'm surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 different factions, and I'm not going to have that many officers at the start. I'll have a couple good ones, and I might be able to build up an army pretty soon, or build up officers pretty soon, but that's not always guaranteed in this game. That being said, I think somewhere like Shenyang is a good start. Yong'an is a good start. I will be facing 2 powerhouse factions, including Hongzhong, but he is kind of landlocked with Zitong. So it's probably going to be either Luoyang is free, but I don't want to start in Luoyang. Zhucheng is not bad either. Jinyi is a bit of a tough spot. It's spears, but that's a tough area. I kind of want to avoid starting in a big city, and because I am going to be surrounded by literally like almost everybody. So, but then again, here is the map for you guys to see. I will be dispatching officers at random. I will count and number each area that is lit. I will not place officers in a random one of these cities, so it gives them a better chance of being picked up by factions. So I'll count all of the factions. So factions that have more than one will have a bigger advantage at gaining more officers, created officers in their fold. So I will have a very low chance, that being said. But yeah, so it's either going to be probably between 1 is not a bad spot. But again, that is dead set in the middle. I am surrounded by nothing but empty cities, so I probably not. So yeah, Shenyang or Yong'an is what I'll choose, depending on how I'm feeling. Those are one of the two is what I'll start with. So maybe not in the major conflict between Cao Cao Lu Bu and freaking Yuan Shu with Liu Bei, which is Tao Quan at the moment. Liu Bei probably won't rise to power in this campaign, unfortunately. Even though I would love to have Liu Bei be a participant in this campaign. Rival Warlords does not have him in the current power, but that could change in the future. But as for now, that is probably going to be it for this video. Again, I'm going to displace some of these people. Some people are not yet available at this time, as you can see. They are fortunately not born yet. I think. I'll have to take a second look at that, but yeah. Most characters will be available at the start, so that should be pretty fun. So if I just select all, and then I can assign officers, and then I can just choose location, and bam, bam, bam. Okay, boom. Boom. And then affiliate the officers with the force, no. And stuff like that. Like, some officers will be joined depending on their relationships. I will just have them automatically start as part of that force. But you get the very gist now. Yeah, but that's generally what's going to happen for this campaign. I'm pretty excited of where this goes. But yeah. That's going to be it for now. Yeah. That's going to be it for now. I don't really have much else to say other than I'm looking forward to this. Again, I might add a few more officers here and there before the campaign actually starts. And when the campaign starts, I'll do a quick rundown of how things will work at the beginning of the campaign, how I'll explain more things in depth before we actually, start the campaign with our current force, and then we'll just go on from there as the game progresses. But yeah, again, I will be setting up who goes where in the campaign. I'll make sure to make a note for every character. Probably will do that when I do start the first parts of the episode. And I'll have that all hidden for your guys' displeasure or pleasure, depending. But yeah, that's going to be it for all today. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for sticking by. I cannot wait to start this tomorrow. But without further ado, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.